Welcome back to our channel. Today, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you wake up tomorrow morning, and suddenly, you can speak English confidently. No fear, no nervousness, no overthinking. You speak naturally. People understand you easily. Your confidence becomes powerful. Now listen carefully. That future is possible. But most people never reach it because they make one big mistake. They keep waiting. Waiting for perfect grammar. Waiting for confidence. Waiting for the right time. And because of this, years pass. But their English never changes. Meanwhile, confident speakers are not magical people. They are ordinary people who practice daily, made mistakes, stayed patient, and never gave up. That is the real secret. In this video, you are going to learn powerful lessons that can completely change the way you speak English. You will learn how to sound more natural, more confident, and more fluent, even if you are still a beginner. And the best part? Everything is explained in very simple English, so you can improve your speaking and your understanding at the same time. So take a deep breath, relax your mind, and get ready to train your mouth, your mind, and your confidence. Because after this video, you will never look at English speaking the same way again. Lesson 1. Speak simple English clearly. One of the biggest mistakes English learners make is this. They think speaking English like a professional means using very difficult words. So they try to speak complicated English, long sentences, hard vocabulary, difficult grammar. But because of this, they become nervous and confused. They pause too much, they forget words, and their confidence becomes weak. Listen carefully. Professional English is not about using the hardest words. Real fluency is about speaking clearly, naturally, and confidently. In fact, many fluent English speakers use simple English most of the time. Why? Because simple English is powerful. Simple English is easy to understand, easy to remember, and easier to speak confidently. For example, imagine two people speaking English. The first person uses very difficult words but speaks with fear and confusion. The second person uses simple English but speaks clearly and confidently. Who sounds better? Usually the second person, because communication matters more than showing difficult vocabulary. Another important truth is this. Fluency is not about impressing people. Fluency is about expressing yourself smoothly. Many beginners become too focused on sounding smart. Because of this, speaking becomes stressful. But listen carefully. Simple English spoken clearly sounds much more professional than difficult English spoken with fear. For example, instead of trying very difficult sentences, start with simple ones like, I understand your idea. I need more practice. I feel excited today. I want to improve my English. These sentences are simple, but if you speak them clearly and confidently, they sound powerful. Another dangerous thing many learners do is speaking too fast. They believe fast speaking means fluency. No. Speaking too fast often creates more mistakes and confusion. Professional speakers speak clearly, not carelessly. Clear pronunciation is more important than speed. Take your time. Speak calmly. Pronounce words properly. Confidence grows faster when your brain feels relaxed. Another important thing is this. Confidence grows through comfort. And simple English creates comfort. When you use words you already know well, speaking becomes easier. Your brain feels less pressure. And because of this, your flow improves naturally. Many learners already know enough English to start speaking. But fear stops them. They think, my English is too simple. But simple English is not weakness. Simple English is the foundation of fluency. Even native speakers use simple sentences in daily life. Another powerful habit is practicing common daily sentences. For example, how was your day? I agree with you. That sounds interesting. I am trying my best. Practice these sentences daily. Repeat them aloud. The more you repeat simple English, the more natural speaking becomes. Another important truth is this: professional speakers focus on clarity. They do not try to sound complicated all the time. Their goal is communication. If people understand you clearly, your English is already working. That is success. Another dangerous mistake many learners make is memorizing difficult vocabulary without using it naturally. Then, during conversations, they panic trying to remember hard words. This slows confidence. It is much better to use simple vocabulary confidently than advanced vocabulary fearfully. Remember this carefully. Confidence comes before advanced speaking. First, become comfortable speaking simple English. Advanced speaking grows later through practice and exposure. Another powerful thing about simple English is this: it helps your pronunciation improve faster. When sentences are simple, your brain can focus more on speaking clearly. This improves speaking flow naturally. Another important lesson is this: do not compare your English to perfect social media English all the time. Many online videos are edited and practiced many times. Real conversations are different. Even fluent speakers pause, think, and sometimes make mistakes. That is normal. Your goal is not robotic perfection. Your goal is natural communication. Another thing you must understand is this: simple English creates speaking habit, and speaking habit creates fluency. Many people never become fluent because they stay silent waiting for perfect English. Do not make that mistake. Use the English you already know. Speak with courage. Speak with clarity. Even small conversations matter. Another important truth is this: professional speaking is not only vocabulary. It is confidence, calmness, eye contact, energy, and clear communication. A calm speaker using simple English often sounds more professional than a nervous speaker using difficult words. Another powerful habit is reading simple English aloud daily. This trains your mouth, pronunciation, and confidence together. Little by little, your speaking becomes smoother, and your fear becomes smaller. Remember this carefully. Fluency is not about using the biggest words. Fluency is about expressing ideas comfortably and clearly. So stop trying to sound perfect all the time. Focus on speaking simple English clearly and confidently. Because simple English spoken with confidence is the first step toward speaking English like a true professional. Lesson 2. Train your mouth every day. Many English learners study for years but still feel nervous while speaking. Why? Because they train their brain, but they do not train their mouth. They read grammar books. They memorize vocabulary. They watch English videos. But when it is time to speak, the words do not come out smoothly. The mind knows English, but the mouth is not ready. Listen carefully. Speaking English is a physical skill too. Your mouth, tongue, pronunciation, and speaking flow improve only through practice. Imagine someone learning football only by watching matches every day. Will watching alone make them a great player? No, real improvement comes from practice on the field. English speaking works the same way. You must open your mouth daily. You must practice speaking regularly. That is how confidence grows. Many learners think, I will speak after my English becomes perfect. But that is a big mistake. Your English becomes stronger because you speak, not before you speak. Practice creates fluency. Silence creates fear. This is why daily speaking is so powerful. Even 10 or 15 minutes every day can slowly transform your confidence. For example, when you wake up in the morning, speak simple English sentences. Today will be a good day. I need to practice English. I feel a little tired. While eating food, say, this food tastes good. I am drinking tea. While walking outside, say, the weather is hot today. There are many people here. These simple speaking habits train your brain and mouth together. Little by little, English starts feeling natural. One powerful habit is reading English aloud. Do not only read silently inside your mind. Open your mouth and pronounce the words clearly. This improves pronunciation, confidence, and speaking rhythm. At first, your pronunciation may feel weak. That is normal. Keep practicing slowly. Your mouth needs time to become comfortable with English sounds. You can also repeat sentences from podcasts, movies, or YouTube videos. Listen carefully and copy the pronunciation. This method is called shadowing. It is one of the best ways to improve speaking naturally. When you repeat native speakers daily, your pronunciation and speaking style slowly improve. Many beginners feel shy while speaking alone, but speaking alone is actually very helpful. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your room. Describe your plans. Describe your feelings. This removes pressure and builds confidence slowly. You do not need perfect speaking partners every day to improve. You can practice with yourself too. One big problem many learners have is inconsistency. One day they practice for 2 hours, then they stop speaking for 1 week. This slows improvement. Speaking confidence grows through repetition. Small daily practice is much stronger than rare long practice. Your brain learns faster when English becomes part of your daily routine. At first, speaking may feel uncomfortable. You may forget words. You may pause a lot. You may make grammar mistakes. Do not panic. Every fluent speaker once felt uncomfortable too. No one starts perfectly. Even children make thousands of mistakes while learning language. Mistakes are part of growth. Do not stop because of embarrassment. The more you speak, the less fear controls you. There is something very powerful about repetition. When you repeat English daily, your brain creates stronger speaking habits. Words come faster. Sentences become smoother. Confidence becomes stronger. That is why consistency matters so much. You should also focus on speaking slowly and clearly. Many learners try speaking too fast because they think fast speaking means fluency. But clear speaking is more important than speed. Professional speakers speak calmly and clearly. Take your time. Relax your mind while speaking. Calm speaking sounds more confident. One more thing you must understand is this. Your speaking confidence will not change in one day. Fluency grows slowly, sentence by sentence, conversation by conversation, practice session by practice session. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Sometimes progress feels invisible in the beginning, but after months of daily practice, you suddenly notice something amazing. You speak more naturally. You understand more easily. You feel less fear. That transformation comes from daily training. Remember this carefully. Your mouth becomes stronger only when you use it regularly. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Speak English every day. Even simple practice matters. Because daily speaking practice is one of the biggest secrets to sounding confident and professional in English. Lesson 3. Listen to natural English daily. If you want to speak English like a professional, you must first learn how to listen like a professional. Many learners want fluent speaking, but they ignore listening practice. That is a big mistake. Good speaking starts with good listening. Why? Because your brain learns language through hearing. The more English your ears hear every day, the more natural English becomes inside your mind. Listen carefully. A child learns language by listening first. Before speaking clearly, children spend months listening to sounds, words, and conversations. Slowly, the brain starts understanding patterns naturally. English learning works the same way. Your brain needs daily exposure to English. When you hear English often, your mind slowly learns pronunciation, sentence flow, speaking rhythm, natural expressions, and little by little, your speaking style improves too. Many beginners think they must understand every single word while listening. No, do not pressure yourself too much. Even if you understand only a little in the beginning, continue listening daily. Your brain is still learning. Imagine going to the gym for the first time. You do not become strong immediately. Muscles grow slowly through repetition. Listening skills grow the same way. At first, English may sound very fast and confusing. That is normal. Your brain is still adapting. Do not quit. Keep listening every day. Another common mistake learners make is listening only sometimes. One day they listen for 1 hour. Then they stop for many days. This slows progress. Daily listening is much more powerful. Even 15 or 20 minutes every day can create huge improvement after some months. Consistency trains the brain faster. One powerful habit is listening to simple English content. Do not start with very difficult fast English immediately. Many learners become discouraged because they choose content above their level. Start with beginner-friendly English. Simple podcasts, easy conversations, slow English videos. Easy listening builds confidence. As your understanding improves, you can slowly move to harder English. Another good habit is repeating what you hear. This is extremely powerful. Listen to one sentence carefully and repeat it aloud. Copy the pronunciation. Copy the rhythm. Copy the emotion. This trains your ears and mouth together. And slowly your English starts sounding more natural. This method is called shadowing. It is one of the best speaking methods in the world. Many fluent speakers improved using this technique. Another thing you must understand is this. Listening improves pronunciation naturally. When you hear correct pronunciation every day, your brain slowly memorizes English sounds. Without realizing it, your own pronunciation begins improving too. That is why daily listening matters so much. Your brain copies what it hears regularly. If you hear natural English daily, your speaking style slowly changes. Many learners also panic when they miss words during listening. Relax. Even native speakers do not catch every single word in fast conversations sometimes. Focus on understanding the main idea first. Do not stop every second because of one unknown word. A calm brain understands better. Another powerful thing about listening is confidence. When your brain becomes familiar with English sounds, fear becomes smaller. At first, conversations may feel stressful because English still sounds foreign to your mind. But after months of listening practice, English starts feeling normal. And when English feels normal, speaking becomes easier too. One more good habit is listening during daily activities. You can listen while walking, cleaning, traveling, or relaxing. This increases your English exposure naturally. The more English enters your ears, the stronger your language skills become. You should also listen to topics you enjoy. Motivational videos, stories, conversations, podcasts. Enjoyable listening helps consistency, and consistency creates fluency. Another mistake many learners make is translating every word while listening. This slows understanding. Instead, try thinking directly about the meaning. For example, if someone says, "I am very tired today," do not immediately translate every word. Simply understand the feeling and meaning. This helps your brain process English faster. Little by little, your understanding speed improves naturally. One important thing to remember is patience. Language learning takes time. Some days progress feels slow. That is okay. Do not judge yourself too harshly. Your brain is still learning quietly in the background. Then one day you suddenly realize, I understand more now. English sounds clearer now. I can follow conversations more easily. That moment feels amazing. And it happens because you stayed consistent. Remember this carefully. The more natural English your ears hear daily, the more natural your speaking becomes later. So listen every day. Even small listening practice matters, because strong listening skills create strong speaking confidence and help you speak English like a real professional. Lesson 4. Stop translating everything. One of the biggest reasons many English learners speak slowly is translation. They first think in their native language. Then they try to change every sentence into English. Because of this, the brain becomes stressed and slow. Speaking feels difficult. Many learners understand English, but during conversations they pause too much. Why? Because their mind is busy translating every word. Listen carefully. Fluent English speakers do not translate every sentence. They think directly in English. That is why their speaking feels smooth and natural. Now many beginners hear this and feel scared. They think, how can I think in English? My English is not strong. Relax. You do not need difficult English thoughts in the beginning. Start with very small sentences. Simple English thinking is enough. For example, when you wake up, think, I am tired. I need water. Today feels good. While eating food, think, this food is delicious. I like this tea. While walking outside, think, the weather is hot. There are many people here. These are simple thoughts, but they are extremely powerful. Why? Because your brain slowly becomes comfortable using English naturally. Another mistake many learners make is trying to speak advanced English too early. They want perfect grammar and difficult vocabulary immediately. This creates pressure, and pressure creates fear. Listen carefully. Professional speaking does not mean difficult English. Professional speaking means smooth and confident communication. Simple English spoken naturally sounds much better than complicated English spoken with fear. Another powerful habit is describing your surroundings in English. Look around your room and say, my phone is on the table. The room is quiet. The window is open. This trains your brain to connect English with real life. And this connection is very important, because language becomes stronger when it connects with daily experience. Many learners also fear making mistakes while thinking in English. Do not worry too much. The goal is not perfection. The goal is training your brain to use English naturally. At first, your sentences may feel broken or simple. That is normal. Your brain is learning a new habit. Another important thing is this. Thinking in English reduces fear while speaking. When you constantly translate, your brain becomes overloaded. You think about grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, and translation at the same time. This creates stress. But when you start thinking directly in English, your mind becomes calmer, and calm thinking improves confidence. For example, imagine someone asks, "What are you doing?" If your brain first translates from your native language, your answer becomes slower. But if you already think in English, the answer comes naturally. I am studying. I am working. I am relaxing. That is why thinking in English is so powerful. Another good habit is speaking your thoughts aloud. While cleaning your room, say, I am cleaning now. This room looks better. While cooking food, say, I am making dinner. The food smells good. This trains speaking and thinking together. And little by little, your English flow improves naturally. One more important thing. Do not stop every second to fix grammar inside your head. Many learners overthink too much. Because of this, speaking becomes stressful. Focus on communication first. Grammar improves slowly through exposure and practice. Your brain learns faster when you relax. Another mistake many learners make is translating word by word during conversations. This makes speaking robotic. Instead, focus on ideas and meaning. English is not only words, it is communication. Another powerful thing about thinking in English is speed. The more your brain practices direct English thinking, the faster your speaking becomes. At first, progress feels slow, but after months of practice, something amazing happens. Your brain starts creating English sentences automatically, without heavy translation. That is a beautiful moment for every learner. Another thing you must understand is this. Your brain changes through repetition. If you think in English daily, your brain slowly creates new language habits. Just like driving becomes easier with practice, English thinking also becomes easier over time. Be patient with yourself. Do not expect instant fluency. Fluency grows step by step. Another powerful habit is keeping your English environment active. Read English. Listen to English. Speak English. Think English. The more your brain stays connected with English daily, the more natural the language becomes. And when English feels natural, confidence grows automatically. Remember this carefully. The goal is not translating perfectly. The goal is communicating comfortably. So stop forcing your brain to translate every sentence. Start thinking in simple English every day. Because the moment your mind becomes comfortable thinking in English, your speaking starts sounding smoother, faster, and more professional naturally. Lesson 5. Stop fear of mistakes. One of the biggest reasons people cannot speak English confidently is fear. Not lack of intelligence, not lack of talent, not lack of vocabulary. Fear. Many learners understand English very well inside their mind, but when it is time to speak, they suddenly become nervous. Their heart beats faster. Their mind becomes blank. And they start thinking, what if I say something wrong? What if people laugh at me? What if my grammar is bad? What if my pronunciation sounds strange? Because of these thoughts, many people stay silent, and silence slowly destroys fluency. Listen carefully. If you want to speak English like a professional, you must stop being afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are not proof that you are weak. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Every fluent English speaker you admire today once made mistakes too. They also spoke broken English. They also forgot words. They also felt embarrassed sometimes. But they continued speaking. That is why they improved. Imagine a child learning to walk. At first, the child falls many times. But the child keeps trying again and again, and slowly, walking becomes natural. English speaking works the same way. At first, speaking feels uncomfortable. You may pause often. You may use wrong grammar. You may pronounce words incorrectly. That is completely normal. Nobody becomes fluent in one day. Another dangerous mistake many learners make is waiting for perfect English before speaking. They think, I will speak after my grammar becomes perfect. But listen carefully. Perfection is not the beginning of fluency. Practice is the beginning of fluency. The more you speak, the more comfortable your brain becomes. And little by little, confidence grows naturally. Another thing you must understand is this. Most people are too busy thinking about themselves to judge your English as much as you imagine. Many learners create fear inside their own mind. They believe everyone is watching every mistake carefully. But honestly, most people respect effort. And many people are nervous about speaking too. Do not let imaginary fear stop your progress. Another powerful truth is this: mistakes help your brain improve. Every time you make a mistake and correct it, your brain learns something important. That is how growth happens. Think about learning to ride a bicycle. Nobody learns perfectly without falling sometimes. Falling teaches balance. The same thing happens with English. Mistakes teach fluency. Without mistakes, real learning becomes difficult. Many learners also compare themselves too much. They watch fluent speakers online and suddenly feel discouraged. They think, my English is terrible. I will never speak like that. But remember this carefully. You are seeing their result, not their beginning. You did not see their years of mistakes, fear, and practice. Every fluent speaker was once a beginner too. Another important thing is this: fear grows when you avoid speaking. The more you avoid English conversations, the scarier speaking becomes. But when you practice regularly, your brain slowly relaxes. The first conversation may feel difficult. The second becomes slightly easier. After many conversations, confidence grows naturally. Action reduces fear. Avoidance increases fear. That is why daily speaking practice matters so much. Even simple English practice is powerful. You do not need advanced vocabulary to improve. For example, I feel nervous. I am learning English. I need more practice. These are simple sentences. But simple English spoken confidently is much stronger than staying silent forever. Another dangerous thing learners do is stopping after every small mistake. Do not panic every time your grammar is imperfect. Keep speaking. Flow is important. Professional speakers also make small mistakes sometimes, but they continue naturally because they are focused on communication. Another important lesson is this: confidence does not mean speaking perfectly. Confidence means continuing even when mistakes happen. That is real confidence. Many people wait to feel confident before speaking English, but confidence grows because of speaking, not before speaking. The more experience you get, the stronger your confidence becomes. Another powerful habit is speaking alone. Talk to yourself in English. Describe your day. Describe your plans. Describe your feelings. This removes pressure and helps your brain become comfortable with speaking. And little by little, your speaking becomes smoother. Another thing you must understand is this: people who laugh at learners often have their own insecurities. Strong people encourage growth. Weak people mock effort. Do not allow negative people to control your future. Every new skill looks awkward in the beginning. That is normal. Another powerful truth is this: your future fluency is hiding behind your fear. The moment you stop being controlled by mistakes, your speaking confidence starts growing much faster. Remember this carefully. You do not need perfect English to speak like a professional. You need courage, practice, patience, and consistency. So stop fearing mistakes. Speak more. Practice daily. Allow yourself to sound imperfect. Because every mistake is one more step toward becoming a confident and fluent English speaker. Lesson 6. Speak with emotion and confidence. Many English learners speak like robots. Their voice sounds flat, slow, without energy. Why? Because they focus too much on grammar and fear. They become so nervous that they forget natural expression. But listen carefully. Professional speakers do not only use words, they use emotion, energy, and confidence. That is what makes speaking powerful. Imagine two people saying the same sentence. I am very excited today. The first person speaks without emotion. The second person smiles, uses energy, and sounds alive. Who sounds more confident? Of course, the second person. Because communication is not only vocabulary, energy matters too. When you speak English, try to relax your face and voice. Smile naturally. Use feeling while speaking. Change your tone naturally. If something is exciting, sound excited. If something is serious, sound serious. This makes your English sound more natural and professional. Another thing you must understand is this: confidence also comes from body language. Stand properly. Look forward. Breathe calmly. Your body affects your voice. When your body feels relaxed, your speaking becomes smoother. Do not speak too quietly because of fear. Speak clearly. You do not need to shout, but your voice should sound confident and calm. One more important thing: do not try to sound perfect like a machine. Real communication has emotion and personality. That is what makes speaking interesting. So when you practice English, practice with feeling. Because emotion makes your English sound alive, natural, and professional. Lesson 7. Practice consistently and stay patient. Many people want fluent English very quickly. They practice for a short time and expect huge results immediately. When progress feels slow, they become frustrated and quit. But listen carefully. Fluent English is not built in 1 week. It grows slowly through daily practice. Every sentence matters. Every conversation matters. Every practice session matters. Small daily effort creates big results later. Imagine planting a tree. You plant the seed today, but the tree does not grow overnight. You must water it regularly and give it time. English fluency works the same way. Your brain improves little by little every day. At first, progress may feel invisible, but after some months you suddenly notice. You understand more. You speak more easily. You feel less fear. That transformation comes from consistency. Another mistake many learners make is practicing only when they feel motivated. One day they study a lot. Then they stop practicing for many days. This slows growth. Strong learners practice even on difficult days. Even small practice matters. 10 minutes daily is more powerful than studying once a week for many hours. Consistency trains the brain faster. Another thing you must remember is patience. Do not become angry at yourself because learning feels slow. Language learning takes time. Even fluent speakers once struggled too. Be kind to yourself during the process. Celebrate small improvements. Understanding one new sentence is progress. Speaking 1 minute confidently is progress. Every small step matters. Remember this carefully. People who speak English like professionals today were once nervous beginners too, but they continued practicing patiently. And because they never gave up, their English slowly transformed. The same thing can happen to you. So keep practicing, keep believing, and trust the process. Because daily effort and patience can completely change your English confidence and fluency in the future. Keep practicing English every single day. Do not fear mistakes. Do not lose confidence. And never stop speaking. Because fluent English is built through daily practice, patience, and courage. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful English learning videos. See you in the next video.